Thank you very much for joining our second edition of Pebble Features Wrap Up. Here tonight I'm with Jack, our customer success manager. Over to you, Jack.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Val. So as Val just said, I'm one of the customer success managers here at Pebble. This is our second Pebble Features Wrap Up, so it is fairly new. I really appreciate you guys logging in and joining. It's a really good way just to keep updated what's going on, all the features that we're bringing out. I know we do bring out features quite regularly and we update our features quite often, and it is really easy to kind of lose track on that. So we're trying to get this Pebble Features Wrap Up out there, get into as many providers as possible, just so they're getting the main ones brought to them, easier to digest with a bit of an explanation behind it, and just make sure that they're not missing out on really important factors that might be missed otherwise. Obviously, you can always reach out to your CSM. And we do have other support networks that will be able to help you. But if you want to join these every time we do them, it'd be really helpful. So just going to go through what we're going to basically be going through tonight. So we're going to have a little bit of a welcome introduction, already kind of do, but I will let you know all the other CSM that we have here. The feature releases that we're going to go through today. So we have subscription prorating is now based on sessions. We have changed it a little bit based on feedback that we got. So I'm just going to go through how that works. Register updates, a few little tweaks that we've done to that, which is going to be really easy for you guys to kind of manage your register. Booking questions, we've made a few amendments both on the parent side and the provider side, so I'm going to walk through both of them. Customer walk-ins, not too much information going on that one. It's pretty straightforward. And then we've recently introduced being able to refund without cancelling the actual activity. So I'm going to go through how to do that. And then if you have any questions at the end, you can feel free to just jot them down as we go along and then just ask all the questions at the end and I can go through them all. Perfect. And then afterwards, I'll just remind you where to get the additional resources and support that we have out there. Great, thank you. So customer success team provides all three of us. You got Morgana, Holly, and myself, all of a huge range of knowledge about the platform. We're always here to help, and we always kind of go back and forth on best ways and best practices that we can deliver. So when you ask questions to us, just rest assured that it goes for all three of us. We have communication. We talk a lot in the office just to make sure that we get the best resolution. And we're finding out the best ways to be able to make things better and give you the best answer possible. So yeah, at the moment, it's just three of us. So let's just dive straight in, shall we? Subscriptions, prorating based on sessions now, rather than what we was doing before, which we just do how many days are left within the month, which could get a little bit confusing on explanation to parents and can be a little bit confusing when you're moving people over and things like that, and at the stage that they're booking with a month. So the change that we've done, like I said, now being charged based on the amount of sessions left within that month. This is going to give you a easier customer journey for your parents, an easier setup for you guys as a provider, and then it's going to be a much easier explanation if you ever get any questions from parents about how it works when they're signing up, what happens if I sign up in the middle of the month and things like that. This all lives in the same schedule and the way that you actually set it all up. So when you're going to set up an activity with a subscription, the process is exactly the same. The only difference is on the tickets is that you do get these additional options now, where it goes through the cost and the price of your subscription. As you can see, Pebble subscriptions are charged a prorated amount for the first month, and it's calculated based on a number of sessions. So we ask you to set the price per session for the first paid month of that attendee subscription. So what that means is that if you are running a subscription that has one session every single Monday, and then that month happens to have 4 Mondays, if a customer or a parent, joins halfway through that month, they're not going to pay the full amount for that month because 2 sessions have already passed. So what we're asking you to do is how much your session price is. So when the parent signs up, the system will be aware that there's 2 sessions left, so they should be charged twice of the X amount of whatever you've put in. And then after that, the subscription will just run like normal. You put your fixed amount of what the subscription costs every single month, and then they'll be charged that from the following month onwards. So how this works is that if you are changing, amending, or moving anyone towards the end of the month or any stage throughout that month, they'll always get charged based on how many sessions you have left, not about how many days are within that month. We have it previously of X amount was divided by X amount of days in the month left, and that's what you'll be charged. That's no longer a case. It's just based on your days of how many you have left in that month. If you do want to dive into it a little bit more, you can always reach out to your CSM. However, the feedback that we've kind of got from subscription-based services so far, I said this is a much easier way. There's no confusion. It's really straightforward, and the comms are crystal clear for the parent to understand as well. Perfect. The next update is based on registers. So we heard a lot of feedback of parents just needing a little bit more ease of obviously answering questions that you're asking, but also if you have multiple people looking at your registers, other members of staff, or if it's something that you really just need to get a really quick glance on your register while you're providing an activity, we've added extra filters. So as you can see, there are more options now on the sort by section. You can now sort them by name, which was there obviously before, first and last name, but you can now sort them by their medical answer, their photo consent, their age, the ticket, if they've got any add-ons and things like that. So we've given you a range of extra sort by filtering, and it always highlight whatever you've chosen. So if you chose medical and a parent's filled out that there was a medical concern, that one would highlight at the very top of the register. This is filterable and savable per user. So as you're an admin of the account, your user and your registers might be different from another member of your staff. Another member of staff might need to make sure that the photo consent is something that they see straight away. So then when they put the option of filtering for photo consent, that would save to them. And then if you've had your filtering to medical, that would save to you. So it wouldn't be something that you need to chop and change every single time, but you have the option, and it's saved on an individual basis as well. We've also added a filter by booking questions. This again is all found on your register section, and with the customized one here, which I'm just which you can see just here. Depending on what questions you've kind of asked within your booking journey, they will appear to choose the fields to display on your register. So if you've got a certain question, like you want it's the end of the class and you need to figure out and you need to know all the collection passwords for when your children are being picked up, you can filter, get all the collection passwords so they're there straight away and they're at the top. So it just makes things easier for you at the end of the class and things like that. Again, fully customizable based on your booking questions. Awesome. Next question. Again, on booking questions, we've just updated them a little bit. We've heard a lot of feedback about a few things on the booking questions. Is that how can a parent update these booking questions? It seems to be a little bit difficult for them to be able to go and change medical allergies and things like that. But also the questions that you're asking, if they need a multiple choice answer or anything like that. We've heard that feedback and we've built it out. So easier for parents to update their answers. Additional comms are sent to you when a parent does update these answers as well. So there's two journeys on this one. One for the parent checking out as a guest, or if they have an account. If they're checking out as a guest, they're obviously not making an account with us. So they are still able to update their medical, allergy, or anything like consent questions. However, the only way that they would be able to do that is to go back to the original booking confirmation email, and then they'll have an option on that email here which says edit additional information. They would always be able to go back and reference that as long as it's obviously within the term or the class time frame that it's in. If they do update their information, you would then get an email in whatever email that you have registered onto us. You'll get a pop-up just saying this customer has edited their information, and then it would tell you what it is, and then you could also just go onto the register as well and check, but it would give you the information that you need. If a customer has an account with us on Pebble, then they can always log into their account, go into their settings, and they will always get an option to update their information at any point. what this would do is that we are aware that you have classes that are termly or summer camps or things like that, where they're not checking in termly or they're not coming in consistently. They'll make a booking. That booking and that activity will happen, and then they won't attend again until the following month or the next 2 months or whatever it is. So if they went in and updated their information between then on their new booking journey, it would automatically have updated that for them. So it'd make your parents' process easier. They wouldn't need to re-answer these questions every single time they do a booking, because it would be saved on there as well. And they wouldn't need to wait until they do a booking to change these things. They can just do it at any point. Okay. Next one is a new question that we've added, which is basically essentially just a drop-down menu on these questions. So we've had a lot of feedback about they need just some more additional information about the activity that's in question. This could be something like they need to know what year group they are, they need to know what kind of level they are, if they've had any experience, or even just things like how have you heard about us. We've given this question a select one, which is what you can see here. It's a single choice drop down and it's on a per attendee. So if they're checking out multiple children at once, but they are different years, year 1, 2, 3, 4, they'll be able to answer that per attendee level. But then also if you're asking questions like how did you hear about us, you can completely customize this to have things like social media, flyer from school. You can customize this. And this can all be requested from your questions tab on Pebble. So if you need a specific question asked, fill out the form, it will come to us, we'll add it, and then you can go and add it to all your activities where relevant. Great. Next one is customer walk-ins. So we found out quite recently, actually, that a lot of providers that offer like walk-ins and things like that, they might turn up a little bit late, 15 minutes maybe into the activity, but they still want to attend the activity, and there was no real way to get them booked onto the system without actually having to wait to the end and then talking to them and going for that whole kind of exchange there. So what we've actually done, we've increased the time frame of where this activity is bookable. So your customers are now able to book and pay for a session up to 15 minutes before the end of that class. Just helping you guys out a little bit if you do get those late walk-ins. You can always have a custom QR code that you've printed out for the activity directly, which you can just have on the side. And if a parent turns up late, say I don't want to book, no problem, scan the QR code, pay for the booking, all the information will be there and it'll be on your register and things like that. Just giving you more options not to miss out on these little things. And then probably the biggest chunk on this one is refunds without cancelling. So it's come up quite a lot. We just had to navigate how we're actually going to build it out. It was quite a task for our engineering team. There's a lot of testing that get into it, but we got there. Basically, we're giving you the ability to be able to refund this session without it being cancelled. This way, the child will remain in the register. Comms are going to be sent out to the parent confirming the refund, but not the cancellation. And this is really useful to help resolve user error if they've booked on the wrong ticket at the wrong price. You can still get them to attend the activity. You'll be able to refund them the difference if they paid extra, and then all their information will still be saved. They wouldn't need to be cancelled or rebooked. But also if they missed out on a particular discount, for example, you was running a promotion, they didn't put the promotion code in, or they missed something there, they can just go put in what they need, or you can converse with them. You can go in there, refund them by the amount or the value, and then they'll still be attending. So that is all there live. I'm just going to walk you through how to do it, and we'll go through it step by step. Hopefully this will reduce the time and the wait for your refunds on your part, because you have the ability to do it. You don't need to email in us. And obviously there's no more cancelling and rebooking if overpaid, which is fantastic. So refund without cancelling. It's only a few steps. Step one is how you would do it and where you would find it. So what you would do, we've set up this like dummy camp here for you. Go to registers. You'd find your activity and then you'll click on the child's name. So on your register, you go to Wednesday, the 12th of March. It was this multi-sports camp, for example, and then it was Jack Smith that you needed to process a refund for. So what you do, you just click on Jack Smith's name, and then it would bring up this information. So what it would do, it would tell you what they've booked. It would tell you all their booking dates. And then, as you can see now, there's an option that says cancel/refund attendee. You'd obviously click on cancel and refund attendee, and then we kind of divided it into 2 channels. So the path is split into 2. You've got cancel with a refund is optional, and then you have a refund only. What you would do in this situation, you would choose refund only. Again, it would just tell you the information here, name, what sessions they've provided, and then you can enter a custom amount of whatever you need to refund. Once you've set in that custom amount, you would just go on to the next step. In this example, I've just put in £10. This will be the last chance to maybe just double check, make sure that the price was right, check the amount that was refunded. And it'll just give you the little pointer. Again, refunds may take 5 to 10 working days to process and appear in the customer's account. Just to highlight here, as this is really a new feature, there is a little bit of a wording change that we're going to do on this. I've already brought it up with our team and they're going to look at it first thing. Where it says here, it's a little bit confusing on your side, but not the parent side because it doesn't match. It says here right now, we'll email all customers with the details of their cancellation. This word cancellation shouldn't be in there for you guys. It's not there for the parent. It would just say details of their refund. Okay, so that should be rectified within the next day or 2. They're already on it. You can choose to opt in to send the come out or not if you've already had a discussion with the customer. And then they're fine with it. It's completely up to you. And then once you confirm that, it would just go through the normal process. It will confirm that the refund's been done. And then you can go back and check the registry if you really want to, and then you'll be able to see. And this will reflect on your bookings tab as well. It would show you the correct amount, which is fantastic. So yeah, they are the main features that we brought out, the ones that are probably really important and were kind of blocking a little bit, especially in terms of like refunds. And like I said, it was something that took engineers quite a long time. So we do appreciate your patience on the matter. We have got there, and yeah, we are obviously always looking to build up on this whole process to make it easier. Q&A. Did anyone have any questions about that? Did they want to provide any extra feedback on those kind of features? Is there anything that you kind of want to know?
Hi, Jack.
Andy?
Yeah, great session. Thank you very much. I've already found the customization of the register useful, like straight away. As soon as I saw it, I started using pickup password. So really well done, really well implemented. Very pleased with that. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Is there anything else you wanted to go through, Andy?
No, I think. Oh yeah. The other fun. Yeah, I'm really excited about being able to do refunds ourselves. We haven't had to do any recently, but you know we've had a nightmare with refunds up until now. But yeah, the use case that we have is that we used to have people sign up for pupil premium, and then the school would say to us, "Oh, wait a minute, this mum's actually a pupil premium, and we're gonna pay for that." And so we then had to try and issue a refund, but keep them on the register, which we've never been able to do. And so that solution you've given us seems to work.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, it's already there. It's already been if luckily enough you haven't had to process any refunds, which is great news. But if and when that does happen, if you want to try that yourself, which you do most of the time, Andy, you just go in and try. If you did run into anything, let me know and we can just pick up on that. Or if you saw something in the process that could change or be tweaked, do please again let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, thanks for how responsive you are with all of the because you know that I will point out any little minor detail. So I'm glad that I've pointed that one out, and I think that you're working on the thing I said yesterday.
Definitely. No, thanks, Andy. I always appreciate your feedback, and again, the level of detail that you give me, really appreciate it.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thank you. Anything else?
No, brilliant. Thanks a lot. Just listening to it, I thought, oh God, they're making it easier for my parents to get money out of me. But yeah, no problem.
Well, you don't have to refund them. You can.
No worries. Yeah, like that Elena said, really great service. Really informative. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think the register one will be a massive help for us as well. just to streamline things and to make sure that what we're seeing is the same as what the practitioners are seeing on the ground as well. So that's brilliant. No, I really appreciate that, guys.
You're more than welcome. I really appreciate you. Like I said, it's only our second wrap up, so I really do appreciate you attending. We really are looking to build this up. So if you, you know any other activity providers that you're in the field with that use Pebble, do please obviously encourage them to join, because it is really helpful and it is really beneficial, especially when we get so many requests asked. It is really good to just make sure that they are actually hearing when we do release them.
Right, brilliant.
Appreciate it.
That's fantastic. Cheers, guys. Really appreciate that.
No problem. Just if you didn't already, you know where our help center is, you know where our chat is, and you know if you see any bugs, where to report it. It is on the bottom left-hand side of your Pebble platform. So do please always use that. We are really, boosting the kind of content that is on this help center on our chat to us and our AI tool. We're training it to be more reactive and getting you the information you actually want. So please try and use it as much as possible. If you are in a busy peak time of the year, 9 times out of 10, what we found out is that the actual answer is within these help centers and these chat to us options. And then if it just isn't there, you will always get routed back to us. So please use them as much as possible, utilize them, especially we know that you guys are out in the field probably the same time that we're in the office. So you will go in there in the evening and try and do stuff and it just doesn't work, or there might be something you just need to question. The information will be there. So yeah, please use that. And then you've always got the help center chat to us, and we have the whole support email, which is now streamlined a little bit. You will get a quicker response in support as well. But yeah, thank you. Obviously for being part of Pebble, really appreciate it. Really looking forward, and we really look forward to bringing more features to you this coming year. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening, guys.